I meet quite a number of people. I interact with quite a number of people. A lot of people send me inboxes, they send comments. And I have noted a lot of people, especially women, are struggling with their finances because of this thing called shopping. You are buying things that you do not necessarily need, sometimes to impress people who do not necessarily matter. You end up spending money on things, on experiences, on this or on nails and all these things without necessarily thinking about whether they are important or necessary. You miss out on the opportunity to grow your wealth. And remember, when you grow your wealth, you can be able to live in relative comfort, not just now, but in the future. Your job may not be assured tomorrow. Your business may not work in the next few days. So what are you going to do if all the money that you have been doing is do a lot of shopping and a lot of personal things that are taking money that should be going to you as an investment? Then later on, after talking to people, I realized shopping has come into the lives of people in several ways. Some of them are actually very toxic. Some of them see them as a form of therapy. Some of them see them as a hobby. Some of them see them as an entertainment. So let me talk about these very same issues. Shopping becomes critically bad when it is a source of stress relief. You have a bad day at work. You have an issue with your boss. You have a problem with your colleagues. You have a problem in your marriage. Your children are acting up. The first thing you think about is, I want to go shopping. You have used this shopping thing as a source of stress relief. Every time you have a trigger, every time you have a stress, you go and buy something. You go and shop around. You go and do some window shopping. A lot of people, especially women, are doing this. That every time they have a pressure or an issue, they run to do some shopping. Unnecessary shopping. Now, this is the unfortunate thing. Stress will always be there. You will always be stressed out. Things are not always going to work for you. So if things are not necessarily going to work for you, every time you have a stressful situation, if you go for shopping, then you will use all your money and borrow money. Especially now in these turbulent times when stress is a lot, you will be buying a lot. A lot of people are handling trauma in their lives when they do shopping. Sometimes they have shopping related trauma. Maybe in your life you grew up in a lot of poverty, abject poverty, where the only thing you bought was the basic essentials, food. You are now not hungry. You would buy second-hand things. So when it comes to shopping, being able to buy this shiny new thing creates a sort of excitement that makes you think that you are making it in life. You become excited and happy, and it is a way to be able to work on your childhood traumas. But the unfortunate thing is, because you lived in a life that where you were in constant need of these gadgets and these things that were not available, doesn't mean that your childhood was terrible. It just means that you had a few less shiny things than the next person. A lot of people are not willing to work on it and know that you have to work on the ability to be able to look at money not just as a source of showing that you are enjoying and you are doing better in life than the next person, but you see money as capital, not just a way of making yourself look comfortable and enjoy the shiny things that you are not enjoying while you were in your childhood. Childhood traumas associated with shopping. You need to work on this, because it does not matter how many shiny things you buy, you end up in the poverty that you are trying to avoid. When you grew up in poverty, that poverty you avoided, you're creating the same poverty but with a lot more shiny things that are unnecessary in your life. A lot of people use shopping as a safety mechanism, like I said, still associated with trauma. Having many things around you makes you feel safe, makes you feel secure. In fact, you feel wealthier just because you have 2 bicycles, you have 2 cars, you have 2 this, you have 2 TVs, you have this big house. You feel comfortable and you feel safe just because you probably live in a very small house with very few things. Again, a lot of childhood traumas. Maybe not being able to have for you equates to lack of safety. Again, that is why a lot of people are attracted to the show of wealth, especially women, just because it brings some sort of safety. Now, single women, on the other hand, end up using a lot of their money to show this relative safety. Have you ever met with somebody who buys a thing and you're wondering, so why did you buy this? Why did you buy this? So for them, it's safety. I feel safe. Somebody buys a four-wheel car just because it feels safe, not because they will necessarily use this four-wheel drive car. Safety. A lot of people are struggling with safety. You need to be safe in yourself and being confident in yourself. Have the self-esteem to know that whether I have this or I don't have this, I'm still secure in myself. A lot of people are struggling with these traumas. A lot of people have toxic friends who are related to their toxic shopping habits. You have friends who want to go shopping. In fact, the time you spend together is shopping. You have to spend money to spend time with these friends. In fact, when you are broke and not have any amount of money, in fact, you feign sickness. That time, oh, I am sick, or I cannot be able to do this, or I have a family emergency. You feign sickness and emergencies when you are broke because your toxic friends, you cannot spend time with them without spending money. Maybe you need to evaluate this kind of friendship. Is it worth it in the end to have this friendship and lose all your money? A lot of people, especially women and also men, use shopping as a reward mechanism. You do a good job on a certain project at the workplace, and the first thing you do is you buy yourself a new shoe, a new shirt, a new dress. You want to reward yourself because you feel you have done something good. Now the problem is, unless you do not do many good things in your life, every good thing, if it is small and rare, you will always want to feel it with a reward. But if you have so many things that are enjoyable in your life, your children are reaching this milestone, your work is doing well, you have these affirmations from many places, then you will end up be buying a lot of things because you will constantly reward yourself with things. Do not use shopping as a way of rewarding yourself for whatever reason. Because unless you do not have any good thing that happens in your life, then if you have a lot of things that happen in your life, then rewarding yourself for shopping will drive you into the edge of poverty. The other thing I've noted with people, especially families and also friends, among friends, is a terrible tradition of shopping. Shopping things. On Sunday we do shopping, or on Saturday we do shopping. That is our day to do shopping. Don't go shopping, especially for things that are necessary, just because it is a tradition. We do shopping on these days. Have you ever noted on Easter or Christmas, on all these other holidays, when a lot of people are doing a lot of shopping, things are unnecessarily expensive? Shopping, because people have made it a tradition that they only shop at certain times and certain times. So even the shopkeepers have noted, if we increase this amount of money, people will still buy, because they do not buy because they are cheap or expensive. They buy because it's a tradition. Have you ever tried buying something after that high season of shopping? It is usually a lot cheaper, and you actually get more offers to buy these things. Why? Because when you make it a season or tradition, it becomes a problem to your finances, because you'll probably be thinking the same across the board among many people, and you use a lot of money to do all this shopping. Don't make shopping a habit or a tradition for your family and for your children. If you go shopping to buy food and end up buying a lot of things just because you have your children with you, maybe the next time you do not go with your children, because if you end up buying 1 or 2, 3 more toys to add to thousands that they have in the house, you are doing unnecessary shopping. So tradition, shopping because of tradition, also affects a lot of people. The other thing is, people do spend time while shopping. Please look for another hobby. That does not mean you end up in poverty. Start walking, start jogging, join a hiking club. You do not necessarily have to spend time shopping, looking and perusing, looking at this shoe and imagining. You look at the shoe and imagine, oh, I might have a wedding next year. Oh, the color theme for that wedding might be purple. I don't have a purple shoe. Then you add up to things because you're spending time. If you have to wait for people, if you have to wait for someone, you are on a date or you are on a meeting and you have to wait for someone, maybe it is better you do some work. Maybe work on your computer or do some work. Or worst case scenario, just go on social media and spend time thinking about social media. Or spend time enjoying the sun out there, or walking, or do something. Don't spend time on shopping, that you allocate time for shopping. This is my shopping time. Every time you allocate time and money to something, it becomes a master of you. Yes, every time you put a lot of time and a lot of resource and a lot of attention on something, it can easily be a master of you. And that is why even in relationships, people always gauge your seriousness based on those two things. Are you spending enough time with this person? Are you spending money on this person? That is how they gauge things. So every time you have to spend and keep time, and keep time comes with money when it comes to shopping, then you are on a downward spiral. A lot of people see it as adventure, shopping as an adventure, that you walk around shops to discover what might be new, what are the newest trends, what is this new thing. Let me shock you. Maybe you need to go to your parents' old closet and get the old things, because fashion always recycles. I've noted the bell-bottom trousers are now coming back. I remember that it is not even us who wore them, it is our parents who wore them. And now the kids who are now in their teenage are now getting those bell-bottom trousers, the flares. They are now back, because fashion always goes back. So every time you're trying to think, I'm going to look for an adventure and but try to discover a new thing while shopping, maybe you need to go on a hiking and discover a new hiking trail and discover your limits, physical limits, while doing a hike. Not look at fashion, because fashion always comes back. There is nothing new under the sun. Even our great grandmothers used to wear miniskirts. So they are not a new thing. People have been doing this and they have always been recycled. Look for another adventure. Other people go shopping because of entertainment. You want to entertain yourself while spending money. Why do you want to entertain yourself? Maybe keep yourself busy. Maybe watch a movie. Maybe hang out with your friends in your house as you cook for them without spending money. Maybe look for a hobby. Entertain yourself in other ways. Because if you entertain yourself with shopping, there is only so much money you have to be able to keep yourself constantly entertained while spending. The other thing that I've noted, especially with women, sometimes carrying this bag that shows, oh, I bought something from Mango, the shop, or I bought something from Nike or Adidas. It brings a certain source of joy. And that is why these brands have their own paper bags, because a lot of people want to carry them around and parade them around. Free advertisement for them and a source of pride for some people. Please look for another source of pride. Look for another source of self-esteem. Don't wait for people to think of how great you are for you to feel more important, because people can easily change and think less of you. Will you become less of yourself? So don't buy things and look for how people are looking at you. Oh, are they seeing my shoe? Or are they seeing this paper bag? Oh, a source of pride. Please. No one cares about which clothes you wear. They will see them, but it will not cause them sleepless nights. Maybe you can buy a few knockoff things or second-hand things. It does not matter, because at the end of the day, it is how you enjoy the utility of an item, not how people look at you. Stop caring what people think about you. People will always think you wake up. People are thinking you will die. People are thinking you will go to heaven or hell. People will still be thinking. They are constantly thinking. So don't think that they are constantly thinking about this shoe that you're wearing. I'm not saying you go naked, because that is total madness. But I am saying they don't care whether this shoe was 10,000 shillings or 100 euros or $100. It does not matter to them, because what matters to you is not what people think, but what you think about yourself. I hope you're learning, you're growing, and you're becoming better in your financial affairs. Thank you, and enjoy your day.